Hello and welcome to StudyIQ, my dear friends. Today is Sunday, and let's see what we have got in the Hindu today. But before that, a positive start. Happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you design for the present. The thing is, all those happy moments that you have enjoyed in the past are part of your memory. They are not reality anymore. Or the things that you think that you will enjoy in future, again, they are projection of your mind, right? Those things are not, or those thoughts are not reality as well. What is real is present moment, and for that you will require a vision. This vision that we are talking about is not physical vision, things that we see from our eyes, things that we feel from our heart, and things that we observe from our mind. The thing is, we need to learn this thing or this skill to identify the present moment, and then when we identify this present moment, we have to also find happiness hidden in it. Once you touch this happiness, then you will find that it will always be there whenever you need. With this difference, I will share the PDF of today's lecture on my Facebook page and Twitter handle. I'm sure many of you are not happy about yesterday's lecture. The thing is, yesterday was my birthday. First of all, thank you so much for sharing your greetings, your positive energy with me. Seriously, it feels so nice. I'm not just saying it for the sake of saying it. I really mean it, right? I'm really touched. I have gone through all the messages so far. There are a few pendings. I am going to go through all of them as well, and really I'm touched. Thank you so much. So yesterday I was in a sort of celebration mode, so as soon as I finished my lectures, my friends and families and everyone were visiting, so I was not able to share this thing, but I will share all the pending files today on my Facebook page and Twitter handle. Now, the special topic that I have got for you guys is pertaining to Indian Police Service. A very important topic, because you will find every year questions asked in your mains examination about important changes that are required with civil services, as well as you find in your personality test or your interview. They ask you this question: why you want to join Indian Police Services, why you want to join IAS, why you want to join civil services, or as a matter of fact any other exams, right, in which you have to go through interview. They will ask you this question: why you want to join it. Now, how you provide your answer? Basically, there are negative and positive. Negative is that all the things that are negative going on, you can change it, and the positive thing is you will talk about the positive side of this thing and how you can do it. Both the ways are fine, right? But here we are going to talk about some things that are not right with our Indian Police Services, and we'll try to get to the core of the issue as well. Now, I'm sure you all are aware about this thing, that every year somewhere around 10 lakh people, aspirants, they fill up this form for appearing in prelims examination, and finally what we find is that on an average 400 to 1500 people get selected, or they crack this UPSC Civil Services Examination. Out of this 400 to 1500, on an average you find 32, on an average 150 IPS officers. You have other services as well, as you know, somewhere around 20-21 services. There are below IPS. I mean to say, if you go through the preference, right, or the choice, we know that IAS is number one choice, then you have Indian Foreign Services, then you have Indian Police Services, and then you have, roughly speaking, 20 plus services, right? So based on your score, you will get your service, and basically IPS is a cream of the crop, isn't it? It's part of this top 3 services, and all other services are important for nation building, but cream of the crop, you have IAS, IPS and IFS. No doubt IFS stands for Foreign Services. Now, one thing that we know as a fact, that all those aspirants or all those probationers who have cracked civil services and they have got selected for IPS, they have got higher marks compared to other, right, higher marks compared to other services apart from these 3 services. So you can say that for that particular exam they were much better, you know. Of course, one exam cannot actually cannot, compare. You cannot basically judge a person based on his or her rank. But as far as this method is concerned, right, at that point of time, these people were a bit better than the other ones. So we have to accept this thing because marks are there. The other thing is, and one of the main reason why we are discussing this particular item is, that recently this thing was in news that out of 122 IPS probationers going under this training in National Police Academy that is in Hyderabad that trains IPS officers. I'm sure you know about this thing as well. So not going into the details of this National Police Academy. But out of this 122 IPS probationers, 119, right, failed an exam that was conducted in this academy. Now, if we are talking about cream of the crop, already you have cracked this UPSC Civil Services Examination, which is just like a Mount Everest. It's not that frightening, but it's challenging, right? I don't want to create this Mount Everest sort of fear in your mind. It's not like that at all. So it's not life and death, right? So don't take it that seriously. Work on it sincerely, but don't work on it seriously. I hope you got the message here. So this IPS probationers, they are going to be leaders, right, of a very important force that is very important for our society. And if they are failing this examination, then it raises many questions, right? What's going on with this examination? The thing is, the problem is with expectation. There is a thought system or this thing going on that IPS officers, they should be, this superman or superwoman. If something goes wrong in the air, in the water, overground, underground, any challenges, right, they should be able to sort it out. And for this reason, earlier on, the subjects that were taught in this academy, they were handful. Right, there were few subjects. But now what we find mega curriculum, which is, it's really challenging. The other thing is, it's not just about studies that you have to do. On the other hand, you have to learn about firing and weapons and rock climbing, scuba diving, horse riding. I don't know when they are going to use this. Many a times you never use this gun that is given to you as an officer. Gymnastic physical training. Hardly you find any IPS officer with a flat tummy, right? I'm not expecting 6 packs or 4 packs, but a flat tummy is better than 6-pack and 4-pack, and of course far better than a 1-pack big family size pack. You know what I mean? So this is not helping. You can see, right? It's not something that will stay with you forever. If you compare this with other paramilitary forces, then you know that they have this physical training examination once a year, so they have to stay in a proper shape and other things. And one more thing, that all these things, right, academically as well as this outdoor course that you go through or training that you go through, one thing is clear, that you are brilliant, you are physically fit, you are mentally fit, only then you will be able to go through all these things. And this is something that is expected. I think that it is too much of expectation that we are expecting from this IPS officers. We have laws, rules and regulations, police manuals and everything. Then as well we find that this system is a big failure, isn't it? Am I allowed to use this word, failure? Yes, I am. Or yes, we can use this thing, because even today educated people preparing for competitive exam, they have appeared for many different competitive exams, they as well feel fearful when they have to approach to police stations, isn't it? This is something that is still going on. This colonial touch has, or this colonial, you can say, glitter has not faded even today. The other important thing, I'm sure we all have observed and experienced this thing, that our police services, or in fact the civil services in general, is more system centric, is more officer centric than system centric. Ideally it should be system centric, but what we find is that ex-officer will be posted. Say for example, a SP comes to your area, and this SP will basically come with new rules and regulations, and you cannot step out of your house on your motorcycle without helmet. If you are caught, then you will be fined, no matter who you are. If you are son or daughter of the chief minister, then as well this officer will make sure that you are given this fine or penalty. So for a short period of time, everyone will be, this trust on police will go up. If someone is feeling harassed or something, then they will feel free to go and approach this SP or police officers. And the stickers that you find in motorcycles, police, etc., family members using this thing as a sort of mark of feudalism, that will go away, and so many things will take place. But as soon as this particular SP will be transferred to some other place, you will find a new SP coming in with his or her personality, right? They could be a shy person. They don't prefer to go out. They don't prefer to, take on these battles against politicians. They don't want to create any sort of troubles. They are here to do their job, a more sort of 9 to 5 thing. And once their reporting and everything is over, they go back to their home. So you have this sort of thing, and everything will be back to normal, isn't it? Everything will be what it used to be earlier on. So whatever this person has done will be of no use to this particular place. It will be just there in memory of people. And here you have this example coming from D. Rupa. D. Rupa, if you don't know who she is IPS officer. And I will recommend you guys to just Google D. Rupa, and you will find out how brave this officer is. I'm not saying she is woman officer or man officer, right? She is a brave person, and I think that is her identity. That's what I think. Anyways, here she gives us this example that one time there was a boss or a commissioner or someone who came out with this idea that motorcycles should be provided to constables so that they can basically scan this whole, or they can make sure that everything is going on in their area, everything is fine in their area. Then new boss came in. He said that motorcycle is not a good idea. Foot patrol is a best thing. So as far as intentions are concerned, both of them were all right with their intentions, right? They were trying to do something good for the society. But the thing is, both failed to produce results. Just intentions. If your intentions are bona fide, that does not mean that everything is going to be fine. You will get this result at the end of the day. No, you have to be systematic, and this is the thing that is missing here, right? In this academy, rather than teaching so many things, we should focus on how results can be produced, how we can find out whether the decisions that we are taking that will impact so many lives in that particular area, whether the results are going to be positive or negative. If the result is positive, then how we can make sure that it is replicated in other parts as well. In other parts, something similar has been tried, and then you have more upgraded version of what you are doing here. I hope I'm not confusing things here, but if you have more upgraded version of what you are doing here, if that can be done more effectively and efficiently, then why don't try this thing? If something goes wrong, then it's not your fault as an officer, right? Remember, you are trying your level best. It's all about how to improve system. So if something goes wrong, then it should be registered that these are the things that we should not repeat. At the same time, research should be conducted that how we can make these ideas work, for the betterment of police duty. The other thing is our officers, right? During their service, they do visit developed countries as well, like UK, USA, and what they find there, they find that things are more system-centric than officer-centric. As I told you, even today there are many people out there, right? They want to enjoy this feudal powers that they get with this worthy or this uniform. Even today there are so many people. They are joining police services just to make sure that they are protected. You know what I mean? That they have this power. They can shout out. They know it very well that in India, people will not use hands. Means we know that there are hooligans out there that are hitting policemen every day. But on an average, right, civilians, they will not go against police officers or policemen. So this is this colonial touch or taste that they like. And there are so many people out there. They are joining police services for this reason. As far as communication within police services is concerned, most of the time it is the boss. So it is even today this top-bottom approach where you go in this countries like UK, for example, you don't have any sort of UK police services or UK sub-inspector and this sort of examinations, right? You join as a constable, and based on your performance you will climb the ladder. That's it, right? If you are commissioner, then you have started your journey like every other person, and then you have reached to this top position. So here communication is more, you can say, of course it is formal, but it is not just top to bottom, it is two-way street rather than one-way street. And if we do research, if we add this thing, if we work on making this system more system centric, this department or this police services more system centric, then we will also get rid of all these negativities that is associated with police services. I hope things are clear to you. It will help you immensely, I believe, in your personality test as well as mains answer writing. With this, dear friends, one more example that I would like to club with this thing is that today we find that an IAS officer named Pradeepan Sharma has been charge sheeted by this or supplementary charge sheet has been filed against this officer by ED, and he is associated with this laundering, money laundering charges. So one thing that we can learn from is that your own individual character matters, right? It's not the post or this titles or this insignias that are hanging on your shoulders. It is about your individual personality. If it is positive, then it will make the whole service or your department positive. If it's negative, then even if you are president or prime minister or whatever, it's not going to help, right? It's not this chair, it is your individual character. With this, dear friends, our pen drive and tablet courses are available for various different exams. Very briefly, I would like to do a comparative analysis here. See, our pen drive and tablet courses for UPSC is available for 22,500 only. But if you compare this thing with traditional coaching classes, it is 2 lakh rupees. The thing is here, once a lecture is over, it is over forever. Here, it will stay with you forever, right? You can revise it as many times as you like. So make sure you take an informed decision. Check out StudyIQ.com. Now, we know this Rohingya case that is going on for a very long period of time. Our Home Minister is in Bangladesh. He met Prime Minister of Bangladesh, and we have assured as a country that somewhere around roughly speaking 750,000 Rohingya refugees are there in Bangladesh, and we are going to support them with this humanitarian things like providing them food, medical facilities and relief supplies, right? So in this way we would be helping Bangladesh as well. We have also said that we are going to create homes for them once they go back to Rakhine state. And one more thing, I'm sure you are aware about the geography of this area. If not, then help yourself. I have provided you so many maps. I want when I speak this Rakhine state, it should be there in your mind. This image should be created in your mind. If it's not creating or if it's not generating, then you need to work on this map. So check out this Rakhine state. You can find it in our past discussions as well, past lectures. Now the thing is Myanmar, here is Myanmar, Bangladesh, they are neighboring countries, right? We are neighboring country of all 4 countries mentioned here, China, Myanmar, Bangladesh. And the thing is, China has played a very important role in sorting out issues between Bangladesh and Myanmar. It is an opportunity that is missed by us. Now, the lady that you can see on your screen here on this poster, her name is Hima Das, and she's from Assam. She's the first Indian athlete to win a gold medal at a global meet. Hats off to this girl, right? God bless her, and I'm sure she's going to open doors for many other girls out there. She's going to be inspiration for millions and millions of girls in our country. Now here you can see her mother, father and other family members and friends, and a local issue has been highlighted here. So here what we find is that once something, once your area is in spotlight for some good reason, then you will find all of the sudden some news associated with it will be published in national papers. At the same time, the other way of looking at this thing is that if you do something that is exceptional, if you stand out, right, at global level, then it's not only your problems, but your locality's problems will be addressed, or at least they will come into spotlight. So this is how you can make a difference. With this Tejas, this recently tested and you can say a green signal has been given to this Tejas. But what we find here is that Tejas is in fact more expensive than this twin engine Sukhoi 30. So this is a big It's basically eyebrow raising thing, and Defense Ministry has appointed a committee, beg your pardon, a committee to look into the costing of products and military platforms. Why this items that are produced by our country is expensive compared to Russia and UK and other countries. With this, you have these two pictures, reality or paradox of living in our country. Here you find a gentleman of 63 year, right? He's 63-year old, and he was beaten badly. He was basically he tried to stop this crowd lynching an individual, and he was beaten. The reason why, and here you have a good example that a girl from a particular community, she requested her father that her marriage should take place in this mass marriage that is going on, and this mass marriage was of different community than hers. So this indicates unity, and this indicates, of course, my feelings are with this gentleman here. It is very sad if something like this goes on with anyone. It feels very bad as well. God bless him. Now, a new volcano on Io. Io is basically a moon of Jupiter, and NASA's Juno spacecraft has sent us some important information that undiscovered volcano has been discovered on this Jupiter's moon Io. It has been discovered with the help of this Jovian infrared auroral mapper, JIRAM. Remember the name, right? Keep this name in your head. You find this type of things in MCQs. New technology, very interesting thing. Mind upload. It is scanning your cells, each and every cell, uploading the data on a computer, and it will be kept as a functional copy. So it's interesting, very interesting. Russian cargo has created a world record. In fact, can we say universal record? Because it used to take somewhere around 6 hours or more to send items to International Space Station, but this has been cracked by Russia in 3 hours and 48 minutes. So this is a big thing, and roughly 3 tons of food, fuel and other supplies are provided to this ISS by this Progress 70 cargo. Last item, centuries. Of course, these items are associated with science and tech. Century's longest total lunar eclipse is going to take place in Dubai. Means it will be more visible. This news is coming from Dubai, and 27 July. This is going to take place. Looking forward to it, because this eclipse is going to be the longest as far as this century is concerned. We are also going to see this blood moon, a sort of reddish moon, and it's going to last for 1 hour 43 minutes, this eclipse, and Mars appearance will be the second brightest in the last 60 years. So it's very interesting things going to take place. With this, dear friends, these are your answers. These are your 2 new questions. I'll see you all tomorrow morning. I'll share the file with you guys. Thank you very much for your greetings again. Please make sure you share this file with other people. If you are here, that means you have enjoyed this video, you have learned many things from it. So please don't forget to hit the like button, and of course make sure that you pass your answers as well. Enjoy your day, enjoy your Sunday. God bless you all. Jai Hind.